Hello Protectors. In this devlog we have some important announcements regarding standalone and a gameplay preview, and we also wanted to give you a little insight into our background and the progress made so far. We've also got some sneak peeks and a big announcement as well. From the very beginning, our focus has been on creating a game that feels great to play. As our very first game, the only real aim is to chase something that the whole team believes in, rather than chasing sales or following gaming trends. We never expected it to take over 4 years. As it turns out, making your own dream project is far tougher than we ever thought it would be. Even with this though, we've made steady progress since we met in the military 4 years ago. At last we've polished and perfected the core gameplay. Back then we discovered that we had a shared dream: to create a roguelike title which perfectly blends action gameplay alongside deck building, like an action version of Slay the Spire. We had such a dream, and now we've completed the core gameplay, and we wanted to share the highs and lows of this journey with you, and that's why we've made this video. Before we begin though, an important announcement. We're changing Standalone's English name. Standalone was meant to convey our tale of a lone sheep caught in an endless cycle. At the time we didn't overthink it. Since then though, many players have told us that they struggled to find Standalone, and it was clear that something needed to change. Naming things isn't our strong suit, but with feedback from our growing number of players and a friend who's great at naming, we finally landed on Ovis Loop. Ovis hints at our cyber sheep here, with Loop representing the endless roguelite cycle. We feel that Ovis Loop fits perfectly, and from now on we'll be referring to our game as Ovis Loop, and please show lots of love to the new name. Ovis Loop's core gameplay revolves around combo-based action. With many skills on offer, we hope that players will mix and match these to discover primary and supporting skills. In the beginning we wanted to give players as many options as possible, so we mapped out 5 functions to different abilities, and even considered adding another 5 as well. But testing showed that this many options was simply too complex, and also couldn't be mapped to a controller. To solve this, we introduced the chain system, which enables skills to flow into each other and lets players choose which skills and abilities they'd mixed to build their ideal combos. Random skills wouldn't annoy players anymore, and this change really resonated with our playtesters. Meanwhile, another issue was highlighted. Players always feel they need to fill every skill slot to become stronger. It's natural to assume that more skills equals more power, but in Ovis Loop, growth is not just about stats, but mixing and mastering the moves themselves. For newcomers, forcing them to carry 10 skills and execute long chains simply isn't realistic. So we altered the system to provide 2 playstyle options for skills, one which encourages filling all slots to continuously chain attacks, and one focused on enhancing single skills to deliver powerful signature combos. We're also working on a 3rd option which prioritises the basic attack, meaning you can play with no skills at all if you like a challenge. When we first built our combo system, we made sure to avoid any mechanic which means you need a specific set of skills to trigger an effect, a system based a little too much on luck. For this we drew inspiration from deck building games, and our system allows all synergies to mix freely. Beyond basic builds, we've also hidden secret chains as well. Trigger conditions for these are pretty tough to meet, but if you do, you can one-shot boss enemies in a single combo, and that's exactly the kind of thrill we're chasing. Once we finalise the foundations for our combo system, we plan to introduce highly restricted but devastating elements such as legendary modules and exclusive upgrade parts as well. Through all though, we're sticking with the roguelite core principles of player choice and just a pinch of luck. While we've invested significant effort into developing combo synergies, it's important for us to never force these on players. For Ovis Loop's creation, we stuck to one golden ideal. Players should be able to complete the game with pure action alone. Even if your luck is poor and your build falls apart, skilled play should be rewarded. This is why our boss fights emphasise raw combat. To deliver the smoothest gameplay experience, each ability features massive dynamic animations with over 200 to 300 frames. Throughout development, players who excel at action gameplay have been asking for a parry mechanic within Ovis Loop. Surprisingly, we did add this feature some years ago, though it's a little different in order to keep the roguelite spirit at the game's core. Our unique charged counter system does allow players to repel enemy attacks, and expert players will even be able to counter a large number of boss attacks using it. It is challenging, but when used correctly, charged counter will allow players to prevent bosses from even landing a single hit. We'll be releasing a full tutorial on the charged counter to help more players master this technique. We've also added several weapons to increase player choice within the combat system. This includes our new slow but powerful charge hammer, which received very positive feedback in recent playtests. While its slow movement makes it hard to master, its raw power has won many fans. To say thanks for all of your feedback on new weapons, we are adding another new weapon. This is a mid-range hybrid of shotgun and sword, our first ever ranged weapon. It offers steady action, but unlike weapons that drive you forward, shotgun recoil pushes you back. And while it wasn't in our original plan, we're also introducing a new, even faster weapon. Our own preference is to lead with slow and powerful tools, but player feedback has shown that a lot of you would like something faster as well, and so we've decided to adjust our schedule and add a speed-focused weapon. We'd also like to talk about Ovis Loop's story. Those who played the 2023 demo may have noticed that the original demo had a lot of narrative, and for the latest playtests we've removed about 80% of this. We've not removed it from the game entirely, but we have paced the story more to ensure that players don't feel overwhelmed by narrative when they begin Ovis Loop. The story now unfolds a little slower, and while feedback has been that the plot is now light within the demo, we wanted to let you know that all of the narrative detail is still in the game, and we hope that players will find this through the main gameplay as well as through exploration. Instead of removing narrative, we're actually adding lore and more that players can find, designed to be spread more evenly throughout gameplay. Our plan is to also include hidden triggers for in-game cutscenes, and we'll be adding more of these over time. Of course, your feedback here is also critical, and we'll use this to guide us as we refine the game and expand the story. We've worked to make an intuitive UI and user experience to make Ovis Loop immediately accessible. But we do recognise that there's no full tutorial in-game. This is due to many smaller design details evolving over time. Thanks to the latest playtest surveys, we've seen that most players grasp core systems pretty quickly, but we do recognise that there is still a learning curve. Our plan is to add targeted and context-appropriate hints exactly where they're needed. This will keep text to a minimum and provide natural and unobtrusive guidance. And we'll also be adding a way for players to clearly see current stats and let you track your build at a glance. When selecting new skills, we're also exploring an option to allow previews to let you know exactly how a skill works before you commit. Some players mentioned video clips here, but further testing found these weren't as effective as we'd hoped, so we'll adopt a more suitable way to present it. On top of all that, we're also refining keyboard and controller options to add more preset configurations to suit various playstyles too. That's everything that we wanted to share in this devlog, from our name change to Ovis Loop, all of the progress we've made and the decisions we've taken. This has all been based on player feedback, and we'd like to sincerely thank everybody who has jumped into Ovis Loop to protect your flock. We began as just a 2-person team and have now grown into a massive team of 3 developers. Thanks to your support, we've never felt lost, and we hope you all know how much we value the time and passion that you have poured into Ovis Loop as well. If we have other major updates, we'll put together another devlog video to share with you. Most of these will be through Steam announcements, and we'll also keep conversation going over on X or Twitter, Steam forums and in our Discord. We'd love to hear from you on any platform. Thank you.